Hey there, Orlando here. Just want to take a few moments and just before getting into the introduction here for the Empower Tour, um, you'll notice that that video that I created, I didn't even really think about it while I was creating the video, but it's a big mess. I just had a flood in my basement, and anyway, I had to funnel a whole bunch of stuff into my office, and you'll see some cushions in the background. Anyway, things are really unorganized in there, so just really wanted to give you a heads up on that. Forget about the mess in the back, really focus in on the message, focus in on what Empower Network has to offer and what our team has to offer. All right, so just going to take you straight into the intro. Have a great one. See you on the other side. Hey there, Orlando here, and just wanted to take a little bit of time here to create this little video tour of Empower Network, back office, prosperity team system, all the things you basically get becoming a member of Empower Network. Well, in particularly if you're becoming a member of Empower Network through my team. So just not going to take too long. Some of these tours I've seen can take, some of them are like 45, 50 minutes, just massive presentations. And I'm going to try to keep this down to about 10, 15 minutes, right? Really quick, just to give you a really good idea as to what's available to you. First of all, if you're watching this, you're most likely trying to make a decision as to whether or not Empower Network is for you. You want to find out a little bit more about the products, a little bit more about the blogging system, maybe even a little bit more about David Woods, actually both Davids. And it's funny because speaking of the Davids, I remember a couple of years ago when this program first came out, I really I really had this aversion to both David and David, and it really actually kept me out of the program for probably about a year and a half. And had I got on board at the beginning, I would have made millions already with Empower Network. I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at, and I've had some great success with Empower Network, but I certainly let my judgments and some of my character defects get in the way of my own personal success. And I've got a great success story, but I still make a lot of mistakes, and certainly my error in judgment about what David and David are up to here with Empower Network was one of the biggest mistakes I've made, in this industry. But anyway, so let's get to it. Let's get right to the nitty gritty. First of all, when you join Empower Network, first thing you get for 25 bucks is the blogging system, and that gets you started. Really cool thing about the blogging system, and ultimately the inner circle, is that these are residual income. So if you sign up for Empower Network for the blogging system, the $25. That $25 comes to me. It doesn't go to the company, doesn't go to David or David, it comes straight to me. If you sign up for the inner circle, that $100 a month also comes to me. So it's residual income. This is powerful. This is really important for you to understand. So I'm going to actually look into the camera. I've been looking off to the left here. Really important for you to understand that when somebody joins your team in the Power Network, and they join either the blogging system or they join the inner circle, you're going to make 100% of that right into your e-wallet, right into your merchant account. All right, really important to keep that in mind. Now, the other products, the other three products, there's a couple others that are coming on board as well, but the other three products are one time, and but they also, all of that comes to you, either 500, 1,000, or 3,500 comes straight to you for all of those packages. And actually, we'll look into that here, so you can see it's the fast start, which is the blogging system, the inner circle, that's $100 a month, the Costa Rica intensive 500, 15K formula 1,000, and the master's course, all right, for 3,500 bucks. These are all courses if you really want to get involved with Empower Network and you really want to take your online business, your online presence to the next level. These are absolutely necessities, absolute necessities. All right, so anyway, getting started here, we'll go right here to our home page. This brings you right to welcomes you to your inner circle. Although it doesn't get you started in the $100 a month, it does get you started right away. I'm going to click this here, watch the fast start. All these videos here are the introduction that gets you up and running, gets your e-wallet set up, your merchant account, get your blogging system set up, shows you how to get your autoresponder set up. Everything that you need to get started right away with Empower Network is right here in these videos. You want to make sure and go through every single one of these first thing before you do anything else once you come on board. Okay, we'll just go back here for a quick second. This is your core checklist. This is something that you need to really sort of follow as well. This gives you all the tools. This is the write-up of a lot of the stuff that you'll see in the introductory videos. Explains step by step what you need to do to get started. Absolutely brilliant. Again, got to read through every single one of these points. This is really important to understand. And I didn't get this when I got started in this industry, you know, some 8, 9, 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly. I'm not really good with keeping track of time that way. But when I first came on board, I thought and treated this sort of this industry like a get-rich-quick, right? Everything I looked at. If I didn't make money right away, I was out looking for the next, you know, fancy schmancy program. And it never occurred to me that there's an education. There really is an education that goes around becoming a successful network marketer, learning how to blog, learning how to, you know, set up an autoresponder, learning how to, you know, talk to people, how to present yourself as a leader. All of these things, most of us don't come to the industry with these tools. If you really want to make it in this industry, if you really truly want to be successful from the home business arena, these tools are imperative. You got to learn this stuff. So you really want to make sure, and when you get started, let me just put this on hold here. When you get started, you got to start from the beginning. Unless you're a seasoned networker, you know, you can skip some of the steps. But even then, it's good to go through step by step so that you know exactly what's happening in your back office, and that, you know, you can even create videos like this for your, you know, for your team. All right. So that's all happening here. The next recommended products is basically that lets you know what you need to upgrade to. You got my business here, your profile. You got to go into your profile and make sure everything is, you know, correct. Your programs. This is all the programs that you're signed up for. It lets you know exactly which ones. This is where you access, you know, your inner circle. You know, all the different products. You know, all the information there. You can get into that from here. I'm not going to log into that because that's going to be your little secret or your little surprise when you finally upgrade. This is where you view your team. Your payments earned, the leadership board. You click on here, the leadership board lets you know everybody that's making it happen in Empower Network. There's some big names here, some really good friends of mine that are really, really making it happen. This is just, I mean, Max Zidane, he's kicking it. Simon Stepsies, Michelangelo, all great guys that I've worked with in the past. Anyway, there's so much happening here. Anyway, from here, this is where you terminate your subscription. You know, if you ever decide you don't want to be a member, which, you know, not many people do, but, you know, it's there for you if you ever decide you do want to get out. Lead capture pages. Here's all your tools. Email your team. People on your team that have signed up for events are right here. Your API. This is how you connect your system to actually the Prosperity Team system. You'll learn more about that once you get signed up. And then your tracker. That's when you get into sort of more advanced marketing, and you want to keep track of, you know, what your your stats and what's working for you, what's not working for you. Really, really important tool, and you'll learn more about that as you get into the higher packages in the Power Network. Like I said, your products. These are some other products right here, like video hosting that were just launched. And this is if you're having problems with YouTube or anything like that, you can start hosting your videos in a different platform and also storing them in a different platform. And I stated earlier that one of the things you get also is a blogging platform, and this is really the meat and potatoes of Empower Network, and that's learning how to blog. I'm not going to get really heavily into this right now. You've probably seen a lot of that in other videos, but it's all about blogging. It's all about trying to blog daily and trying to create a presence online within your blog, and try to create credibility basically with your blog. And this is what over time starts to get you traffic, starts to get you leads, and these leads turn into money for you. You know, there's other methods of advertising that you'll learn about as you get, you know, more heavily involved with Empower. But everything is here. The training for all of this stuff is here. None of this stuff is a mystery. Okay, here's your e-wallet. That's how you get into your e-wallet. It shows you exactly how much money you have coming in. It's all there. Keeps track of it. That whole system is $19.95 a month. When you're ready to start marketing the Empower Network system, you definitely need to be you know, affiliates and get that set up. All right. So this sort of gives you a little bit of a rundown as to what Empower Network offers, and within all of this, there's weekly calls, there's emailing training that you get, constantly kept in the loop. Every week there's a call that Empower Network does, you know, that really just it's the inner circle calls, and you just I sort of get speechless. If I had had this, you know, 9, 10 years ago, when I got into the industry, if I had had this kind of training, I would have been, you know, I would have been even more wealthy than I am today. And I can't begin to tell you. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, I get a little bit speechless sometimes. These guys have really touched my heart with what they're doing here at Empower Network. So next thing you get is the team, Prosperity Team. This is, let's actually skip forward a little bit here for 1 second. One of the things you're going to get as well is this Prosperity Team training system. This is a whole other level. This is like Empower Network on steroids. Okay, the team, you know, partners like Franco, my sponsor. I'm not going to get into names and stuff like that because you'll learn all about these guys as you get in. Mike Hobbs and anyway, just absolute geniuses in, you know, in the industry. Your you know, all the daily masterminds, 12 o'clock, there's a mastermind call. There's a hangout every Wednesday night that you can get on. There's the daily mindset calls that are happening at 12 Eastern. As I mentioned before, there's so much here. The important thing is that you need to sort of take it slow, because this is taking it to the next level. It's got your fast start, explains exactly what to do and how to get started with your autoresponder, your blogging, how to set up your blog and start blogging daily, how to advertise daily, all the different forms of advertising that you can use. And then it really starts talking to you about your training, how to train your mind. You've got to be positioned. You've got to be positioned mentally to be successful in this industry, and this gets into all of that sort of stuff. A lot of bonus trainings, webinar archives, and your profile. That's part of this. And then over here, another part of the system is if you don't want to use the Empower network blogging or lead capture funnel, there's a couple of other funnels that have been set up by some of the other team members. And if you want to get into that stuff, you can get into that, and I'll send you some information on that once you join the team. You know, I'll get that to you once you join the team. The other option that you have as well, I'll show you. This is my sort of funnel that I've got set up, and you can certainly take part in this as well. There's an opt-in page funnel, and then there's a funnel on the back end that sort of directs people to different parts, you know, takes them to your sign-up page, etc., etc., and it gives a lot more in-depth information than you get just strictly from the Empower funnel. It really takes things a bit deeper. This video that I'm recording actually is a part of that funnel as well. So that's really it. That's the nuts and bolts of it. I'd be here all day long explaining to you what happens in the back end and the training that's available to you on the back end. And there's nothing like this online today. Nothing, absolutely nothing. This is a complete training system, right? Now, it's not just a complete training system, it's also a business in and of itself, because not only do you probably need this training that's offered here with Empower Network to become successful, to get successful online, to create your success story, but your team members, most of the people that are going to come through your system are going to need this exact same training, and that's the business side of it, right? So not only did I sign up, pay, get on board, my sponsor made money that way. It's the same system that you're going to follow. You're going to come on board if you decide to join. And again, on some level, it's not even about deciding to join. There's a part of me that wants to say, This isn't even a decision. You just have to do this. If you've been floating around on the industry trying to make things happen, and I did that for the first 3, 4 years, spent thousands of dollars trying to make things happen online. Man, it was tedious. I was depressed that entire time. I couldn't believe it. How was I going to make it? What are the leaders doing in this industry? That was the question I kept asking myself. What are the leaders doing? And some 8, 9 years later, boom. Even after already being successful, I found Empower Network. And the great thing about this, even for someone like myself who's already got a lot of experience, I now get to bring my team into a program and there's full training. No longer, gone are my days of like bringing people into programs and them just dropping on their heads because they just got no way of understanding how to duplicate my success. And now have that ability. You have that ability when you come on board. You can use this system, and direct your traffic to this system, and all the same support will be available to your team as well. And that's just wicked, wicked, wicked cool. So if you're using this funnel or if you're coming through this system and you see my face on this video, you see some of the other faces, I urge you to stay connected to the person that introduced you to this funnel, because it's not important here who your sponsor is to some degree, because all the training is done through your back office. So we really, really like to honor the flow here. We like to honor the lineage here. Whoever introduced you to this funnel, make sure you get back to them and get signed up. Get signed up right away, because the success that you have 1 year from now starts today. You don't get started today, you start in 6 months, you're going to start in 6 months, and all of that time you will have lost in your success story, okay? So go ahead, find the Get Started link for here on this blog here. It's the Yes, I'm In. That'll take you to the Get Started link. You can sign up first of all for the blogging system for the $25 a month, and then from there it's going to take you right through the entire program, and you can get as high as you want, all the way up to the $5,000 packages and getting in for the full shebang. But it's not mandatory. You can start for $25 and make those decisions along the way. Anyway, that's all I'm going to share for now. Orlando here, signing off. Have a great, great day.